another one example I would like to explain to you, since I'm come from Indonesia and I speak here in Brazil. We are consume a lot of soya in Indonesia because we have our local and traditional food, what we call is tempe and also tofu. And as you know, is need a lot of soya. Before the establishment of the WTO, the Indonesian government said to the farmers that the farmers should abandon to farm the soya because it's not profitable, blah blah blah, and etc. But later on, after the pre-trade neoliberal regimes works in my country, there was a lack or the scarcity of soya in my country. It's increasing of the tofu price in the local market, which is most of Indonesian people, around 60% of 240 million Indonesian peoples are needed this food. And later we found that one of the big company in Indonesia, that the name is Chargill 2, who have the right to import soya from Brazil. They keep their soya in one province in Indonesia, around 17,000 tons, in the way to how to maintain the price in the local market in Indonesia. So they are the big producer, and they are the only exporters in my country. And they also they have their own market system, so they can control the food price. So this is what happened. So I think it's really clear that from this small story about this case, I think the solidarity amongst the people are really needed. And I think we also need to know that this is not only the problem in Brazil, but also the problem in Indonesia. This is not only the problem in Colombia for palm oil plantation, for example, but it is also happen in Malaysia and in other countries. So that's all those issues, I think, for us comes together for Via Campesina since 2002. At that time we are organizing a food conference in Cuba. We comes with the proposal of the food sovereignty. For us, the food sovereignty is at the base for the sustainable agriculture farm. Why we are stressing on the sustainable agriculture farm? Because this is the only way how to save this earth. As now we face an issue of the climate crisis. Actually, this is because the overconsumption in the north. And now they try to change that we are in the tropical countries should keep our forests to save the earth. Actually, this is just to save the overconsumption what happened in the north. I think we really need to change this unbalanced system. This is not the problem of the climate crisis. This is the problem of injustice of the climate, who will be deserved of the consumption in another country. And why we also comes to this food sovereignty issue? Because we know that the better food, it will be the local peoples know where's the better food, what type of the food. We cannot introduce, for example, another type of crops from Brazil to another country, for example in China. That's also happen in another way around. So I think the local people know the best for them, and the local consumer also will know the best for them. For example, how this kind of industrial food production destruct the climate issue. How can we imagine the soya, as I put one example from Brazil, how cost it will be comes to Indonesia in my country. Of course, because it will take 1 or 2 months by ship, so they need to spray this soya. It's already contained in the air. And they also need a ship. They need the oil to bring the ship from Brazil to Indonesia. There's a lot of things that actually against what they the idea to change the climate. So, and then I would like to now comes to the existing of this the forum. I think as a part of the history, this forum comes from the struggle of the social movement. And we saw after now that so many crises, and last crisis was the economic crisis hit in the center of the heart of the capitalism, that is in US. So now not only the people in US face the implication of the crisis, but it's also over the world. So in the global conjuncture, and as many speakers yesterday already said, that really need to change. And some speakers today also already express about that. So how we think to change this and to keep our struggle sustained? I just would like to quote one of my countries, founding fathers of my countries. His name is Sukarno. When he spoke in the Bandung Conference. Bandung Conference is the base of the non-alignment movement in the world. The conference is the base of non-alignment movement in the world. He said that we don't have to think that the colonialization is only in the classic model, in the classic form which many countries were faced in the past. There is a colonialization has also in the modern dress, in the form of economic control, intellectual control, actual physical control by a small alien community within Indonesia. So he spoke about this 55 years ago in Asia. And I think this situation still become the reality. As what I said before, there's still the economic control, the intellectual control, and also actually physically control. And what happened in Iraq, Palestine, and Afghanistan is becomes the clear example. So I think I would like to say that for this forum, that we need to put this forum to continuing the forum as the space to analyze, criticize, and the global hegemony of the capitalisms. I think this is the clear mandate of this forum. The next is the space in the building and articulate the struggle of the social movement. I would like to ask you, for example, as my presentation, and many of us already know that in the top of the capitalisms, actually the big transnational company. So I think we need to unite to build our struggles against this transnational company. And the third point, I think, for the future is also we need to promote of the mutual interest and cooperations. For example, in these regions, ALBA is based on this issue, I think, the mutual interest and cooperations. Not cooptation, but cooperations. So finally, I would like to say, after 10 years ago that we succeed to achieve our common hope on another world is possible, and throwing all this slogan all over the world, I think now is our big challenge to make that our hope become the reality through the strengthening our struggle and in hand with our solidarity. I think this only the people's and the people's struggle can change the world. Globalize the struggles, globalize the hope, globalizamos la lucha, globalizamos esperanza. Thank you very much.